Greetings to you, my fellow traders. Trust you all are doing good today. So yeah, I'm giving you guys a quick update on USDJPY. Yesterday we actually sent out this analysis on USDJPY where we were expecting price to actually move further to the upside. The reason is because we recognize this as the first wave. This is the second wave, and here we have the third wave. I mean, if you guys have been watching our analysis or during our live stream, of course, we put into consideration the waves in every corrections, because corrections like these, they actually move in waves. So you can see all of these are waves that happens within a correction. It also happens within the impulse, but we don't really put much focus on the impulse, because the impulse is actually the movement that every trader is willing to catch. Okay, personally for me, when I see an impulsive move, of course I want to get into the market before the impulsive move began, right? And at the same time, I also want to know when the corrective move is over. And this is the reason why we always have to put into consideration the corrective waves, okay? Because we have to know when this correction is over so that we can actually get advantage of the next impulsive move. So this is the expectation, right? So here we had the wave one, we have the wave two, and we have the wave three. So this wave three was what we anticipated yesterday, and fortunately, price actually went to the upside. As you can see, price we actually got about 35 pips from this move. And another thing is that when you are in a position, you always want to put into consideration trade management. You see, many traders don't even put that. I mean, they don't really think that trade management is very important, right? They don't think like that. But you see, trade management is important because when you place a position, the result. Although we can't really say this trade is over until you close the trade. So this means that when you are in the position and the position is running for you positively, you can manage that position wisely, and you can also avoid uncertain movement in the market. So what I'm trying to say is that when you place a trade, right, and you are running about 35 pips to 50 pips in profit, the next move for you to do is either to lock in some profit or put your stop loss at break even. So that means you're on the safe side even when the price is trying to reverse to the upside. So I mean, this was the exact thing I did right here. We actually placed a buy. So let's go to the 30-minute time frame, because 30 minutes is usually the entry time frame. So right here you can see we had a structure right here, and this was where we placed a buy. This breakout signifies that this downward correction has actually ended. Now, one thing is that you see everything in this cycle. This is the corrective phase, but this corrective phase was for the major on the 4 hours. I'm going to show you that very soon. So you can see, so within this correction, we also have the smaller pieces within it, so which is the wave 1, the wave 2, and wave 3. And here you can see our price came back down to form wave 4, and now price is forming wave 5. The correction is still active even while the market was coming to the downside. The correction would seems to be over once we break this support structure, okay, because this is the main low right now. And if we have this resistance structure being broken, it means that for this whole correction to be exhausted, we actually need to see price breaking through this previous low right here. Okay, this previous low, because why? This resistance structure has been broken. But as you can see, our price is actually moving to the upside right now. We actually had our entry. I was able to move out of the trade before price actually went to the downside. But here's the thing, we always want to evolve with the market. Whenever there is changes in the market, we also want to change directional bias. I mean, that's what keeps us as a professional trader. So right here, let me go to the 4 hours. As you can see on the 4 hours, you can see that um, so as you can see how price actually went to the upside. This is actually a correction on the higher time frame, which is on the daily. I mean, if I show you guys what actually went around on the daily, as you can see, this push to the upside is actually a correction, because here we have a downtrend, and the downtrend still seems to be active. You can see how the structure got respected, and here we have our impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, and we have the impulse. Everything right here is a correction. Now this is the same correction that we are seeing right here on the 4 hours. As you can see, we have the correction right here. Now this structure low right here got broken, as you can see. Now, what we are anticipating, this is actually a symmetrical triangle. If you guys are familiar with your chart formation, of course, you would be aware of this movement. And this shows that the bearish movement are actually preparing some momentum in the market. And when the next impulsive move would begin, then we are going to see a very long bearish impulse to the downside. So usually, if I use these tools to duplicate what happened previously, so we are going to be having something like this. So this is now the impulsive move you and I want to take advantage of, right? So we are not even concerned about the corrective wave. But though, sometimes when we are dealing with higher time frame, any single correction on higher time frame, we can actually take advantage of it on the lower time frame. I mean, this is a good example. You can see everything right here was a correction on higher time frame, but on the lower time frame, it is going to be a long uptrend to the upside, something like this. So this is something we can take advantage of. But sometimes when you see a correction, I mean, if you look at the correction we took advantage of, you can see how short it is, right? And we also understand that this is probably we are going against the trend, but it was still worth it, because sometimes we can still see price giving us a deep three wave. Yet we have the wave one, the wave two, and we can still see the third wave going further to the upside and approaching this resistance zone, right? So this is actually the update I have for you guys. I also have so I think let's just quickly touch down on GBPUSD. So yeah, on GBPUSD, you can see we had a bit of consolidation around this area. You can see this resistance and this support. Now, resistance was broken. Actually, my entry got missed because I was actually planning on buying right after the break of the structure. As you can see, price is now heading further to the upside. But the reason why I didn't go ahead to take a trade again is because we are already at another resistance zone. So there is no need for me to place a position. So what I just need to do, if I go to the 1 hour time frame, so what I need to do, you can see this is a very strong structure, because if I extend this to the left, as you can see, so this is a very strong area of resistance. And I mean, if we can see a candle, you can see for several days we have been having rejections, 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 and several rejections around this area. So which means that this area of resistance was proven to be very strong. I mean, if we can see a candle breaking out of this strong structure, resistance structure, that will prove that the buyers are ready to gain control, right? And this is now where we are going to be looking for more further opportunities to the upside. So this is actually, I mean, patience is always the key to trading, right? And if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that yesterday was actually, I mean, it was a bit of struggle among the buyers and the sellers. You can see we had a lot more of rejections around the support right here. So it shows that the sellers were very strong at some point, but they couldn't hold on to the control of the market, and the buyers took control. As you can see, the buyers got them rejected, and I think that's one of the reasons why today's candle is actually looking bullish because of the pressure from yesterday. And you can see how strong this bullish candle is. If price can close like this till the end of today, today's Wednesday. So if price can close like this, it means that we might actually see further bullish opportunities to the upside on the following day, right? And if you guys can see that here we have, I mean, we sent out this analysis some days ago about this opportunities on GU. Here we have a bullish impulse, bullish correction, bullish impulse, correction, bullish impulse, and bullish correction. So soon now, we are definitely going to have the next bullish impulse. And that means we might actually break above this resistance structure. So once that happens, then I mean, you can see that we are actually looking for price to retrace this old downward movement. So sooner, we might actually see price doing something like this and then going further to the upside, approaching the major high. This is the major high, right? So this is it. So if you guys have any further review on these two markets I have just analyzed for you guys, UJ and GU. Anyway, for GU, we are anticipating further push to the upside. And remember, guys, this week is NFP. So before, let's say a date to NFP by Thursday, which is tomorrow, we are going to know what will happen during NFP period. So let's stay tuned to that time. So if you guys have any question regarding this analysis, feel free to let me know. Use the comment section, or if you are watching from the group, you can send us a message on the group, and then we'll do well to respond to you. So right here, GU, we're anticipating further push to the upside, and for UJ, we are anticipating further push to the downside. But although it may seem that price is pushing through to the upside, but this is just 4 hours time frame. And if you look at the overall formation, the price is still making a correction. Okay, the correction is still active, and once the structure low is broken, it gives us some level of guarantees that we might actually see further push to the downside. And finally, when we have a break of the structure, then there is enough room for sellers to, get on board and push price further to the downside. I mean, this may be ahead of NFP, but we don't know yet. But let's just keep observing the market. All right, guys. So thank you very much for your patience, and I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day and stay safe.